We're going to move now to the story rocking New York politics right now, involving allegations of sexual harassment against Governor Andrew Cuomo. New polling shows half of New Yorkers say Cuomo should not immediately resign from his position. The latest Siena College poll found that 50% said he should not resign, while 35% said he should, 15% undecided. The poll also found that 57% said they were satisfied with how the governor had addressed the allegations, while 32% said they were not. We should note that the poll was conducted last week, largely before the surge in calls from Democratic elected officials for his resignation.
So Willie, interesting numbers. Those polls, again, taken last week. It'll be interesting to see the latest updated poll. But he had already been charged with lying about nursing home deaths from his political opponents and the media. And there were already some of the allegations coming from women who had worked with him or who had run into him in social events like the wedding. So those
pictures and TV
those numbers are higher, I think, than most of us would expect. But it certainly reminds me right now of what's going on in Virginia, where you have a lieutenant governor and a governor who faced scandals of their own, not exactly like the Cuomo scandal, but didn't listen to all the calls to resign and are still there. And now
are flourishing.
In Virginia, at least, you have people asking Ralph Northam to campaign for them in state legislative races.
And there's no question that Governor Cuomo and his aides are looking at the Northam model, which is that there was this photograph that came out that was alleged to have shown Governor Northam in blackface years ago in a yearbook. He apologized at first, then later said, wait a minute, I don't think that was me. I'm not going to resign. Just put his head down and powered through despite all the calls for his resignation. And now we're 2 years away from it, and he has a high approval rating and getting good marks for how he's handling the job in Virginia. So those numbers that we just put on the screen, that is why Governor Cuomo is hanging in. If he looks at the numbers and sees only 35% of New Yorkers want him to go, well, he's going to say, I'm not leaving. If the majority of the people in my state want me to stay and 57% of the people are okay with the way I've been handling this, what if I, like Ralph Northam, though the charges obviously are much, much different and the allegations are many, many more, what if I put my head down and power through? I think the question will be is, does he run for re-election again, maybe as a carrot to say, I'm going to hang in, but I won't run again. We'll see if that's how it plays out. The White House is being asked about this all the time now. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki asked again about those allegations around Governor Cuomo.
New developments seem to happen every day. We find them troubling. The president finds them troubling, hard to read, and every woman who steps forward needs to be treated with dignity and respect. The investigation needs to be both quick and thorough, consistent with how serious these allegations are.
Let's bring into the conversation New York Times national political reporter Shane Goldmacher. His new reporting titled, Can Biden Stay on the Sidelines of the Andrew Cuomo Saga? Shane, good morning. It's good to see you. So what's the answer to that question? Obviously, the White House is being asked every time there's a new allegation what the president thinks about it, has not said one way or another if he thinks that Governor Cuomo should resign. How long do they think they can hold that position?
Well, I think the answer is they're going to try to hold that position. But what Joe Biden has is a unique role here, which is one of really possibly only two people who could bring this to a resolution. Right now, you have almost the entire Democratic congressional delegation from New York. You have Chuck Schumer, you have Kirsten Gillibrand, all calling for Andrew Cuomo to step down.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.